All right, good evening, folks, and welcome to IRC Season 8, Round 4. Today we head to Jeddah in Tier-2. Today, joined in the comm box with me, myself, Moto, and joined with me is Yaddy Virus, who's going to be my co-commentator for tonight, and streamer in Deepak Raj. What's up, guys?
I think just waiting for the tier 2 race to begin. Sure, expecting some close quarter racing here. And yep, it's Saudi. It's a bit of a tricky track, as we've seen IRL 2 a few months ago. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the walls are very close here, and it's a new track, new terrain for drivers to experiment on and to push their limits. But we'll see how it goes, and I think we should be heading on to the lap guide. So Saudi Arabia, a circuit with the most number of turns out of any track on the calendar with 27. Three DRS detection zones, which is actually different from real life. But I mean, I'm sure they'll be updating that soon. But yeah, a very challenging circuit, basically a high-speed Monaco, if you will.
All right, then, as we come around the final corner, let's wind ourselves up for a lap around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. One of the most controversial circuits featured on the F1 calendar last year. It sure proves to be fun for the esports guys. Coming down to turn one, brake just at the end of the curb on the right hand side. Flick the car in once, twice for both parts of the chicane. Run as wide as possible before you set yourself up for a long twisting adventure through sector 1. It's all composed of curbs and abusing track limits as much as possible, carrying as much speed as we can through the sections, and before you know it, you've blinked and you've already come down to the first real complicated corner, which is turn 13, a long sweeping hairpin. All about braking late for this one and really trail braking deep into the corner as we chuck the car around, and now we're on the back section of the track. Again, a set of curves coming through turns 14, 15, 16, quick downshift, turn the car in, get as close to the wall as possible. 17, same concept. 18, 19 are pretty much just small kinks in the pathway. 20 as well coming through. 21, we're braking hard for turn 22, but just a little bit, not too much, as we turn the car in again, abuse track limits as much as possible before we get on throttle again through turns 24 and 25. A DRS detection zone here, the final one in the lap, and we're coming now down to the final corner where we saw Max Verstappen make a mistake during his pole qualifying lap last season, or would be pole. As we round the final corner, make sure not to lose the traction, only real major traction zone. Hug the inside as much as possible, and you come across the line for a lap of the Jeddah circuit.
And we're back, and that was a very blazingly fast hot lap from Helium at 26 for Yadi. What do you think the times will be in tier 2? I think at least a second and a bit off of that because
Yeah,
of the blind
so
spot
I
conditions.
I I think we're expecting somewhere in the low 27s. So we could see a pole at around 27.8 or 27.7 if somebody manages to nick a few centimeters off the track here and there. But definitely low 27s should be at least the top two, top three.
Yeah, absolutely. And these drivers will be tested to the limits in qualifying, like Max Verstappen was, and tested a bit too much in the last corner. He did scuff his lap. And the walls are just so dangerously close here, especially in the exits. So it'll be a really proper testament for the driver's skill.
Exactly. Plus these two sections from turn 1 all the way down to turn 12, and then from 14 all the way down to 22, I believe. 22, 23. Really narrow track. Walls come to you like anything. It's light speed. It's literally make or break.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think our drivers should be readying up for qualifying right now if we head into the lobby.
What do you guys think about the 2022 cars? Did anybody see the tests?
Yep, we're lined
Yeah,
up.
yeah. All right. And I think we're back. Go to Williams.
Brought a Williams stuck on a weather forecast apparently.
Just sorry for something. Seems to be just let me just give it a check.
Sure. All right.
Okay, seems to be working fine here. And the pause menu, is it on for you guys too?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. Deepak, we live?
Yes, we are. Should be good now.
Hung again.
Yeah, it's stuck.
Should be good now. Just check once.
Stuck on loading. And it's gone.
Yeah, now it will go.
Still in the pause menu for me.
It's getting stuck quite often.
Performance. Okay, I think we just had a few glitches. Just can someone just verify if the YouTube stream is up? Thanks.
Yep, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Shows live.
It's all good on the stream side. It's just on Discord.
Yeah, it's stuck in the.
Alright,
yeah,
so
the stream's working fine.
yeah, that's good to know. So yeah, I've streamed it on the Discord, so you could check that out.
Oh, and we were live all this time.
Yep, we were.
Nonetheless.
The Discord stream is not loading. Wait, I'll just join. I'll just leave and join back.
Yeah, that should work. Alright, sorry for the technical snacks. A few issues.
I think Deepak is still next.
Moto, could you try now?
Yeah, it's fine, but it's lagging a lot, and now it's gone.
Right. Could you just confirm if it is working now?
I just see a pixelated image. Moto, can you confirm?
Stuck on. It's all good on YouTube side. It's just on Discord. So
Sorry for this, man.
it's all right.
Not a problem, not a problem. Yes, Deepak, I think we got it now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's working fine when you're on the pause menu, but as soon as you jump into the race, the stream starts lagging.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm really sorry to the viewers as well. This is quite
Not
unforeseen.
a problem, not a problem.
Yeah,
No
so
problem. Just
let's
get the
just
Discord stream up and running.
yeah, I'll just continue doing this.
Yeah. Really sorry, guys. We'll get the stream up and running for you in a minute. In the meantime, yep. Yeah, Gaurav, we're getting the commentary up and running. Are we live? Can they hear us?
All right, I think we are back. We'd really like to apologize to our viewers. We seem to be facing some technical difficulties, but we're just on the verge of sorting them out. So just sit back and relax, and we'll be back shortly.
Deepak,
Yes.
you go to your OBS, okay?
Yep, it's on.
Okay, sure.
And it's on.
Yep, can see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're still muted, right?
I don't think
No,
so.
we're not. We're not. Okay. Anyways,
I guess the lobby got glitched.
lobby is fine, guys.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Hello, guys. Once again, we're back after facing a bunch of technical difficulties. But anyways, qualifications over, and we have the running order for this race. Leading the race is Monteiro in his Williams with a best of 128.5, slightly lower than what we were expecting, but still. Then we've got SSJ Assassin. Then we got Abhi in P3 in his Haas. Sajir. Am I reading that right? Yeah. In his Aston, RB followed in his Mercedes with a 129. Then we got Electrip in P6. And surprisingly, everybody seems to, at least in the top 14, seems to have gone for the soft compound. So no hard pickers there.
Yep. That's your qualifying for tonight, folks. Montero was a pretty good lap, 10th clear of P2. And I can see a clear distinction between the top three. They're all in their league of their own, and then everyone else is like 4 5 tenths back. But overall, a good qualifying session from Montero and Abhi and SSG Assassin, and I think we should be getting on with the race now.
Actually, I think in the chaos of all the technical snags and everything, I think this quali session was not a very proper session. I don't think so because I think Montero had when I was just trying to figure things out, I think Montero had a DNF or something. Like I don't know how many laps he did, but he's still on pole. So I'm still not sure if everyone else got to put their proper times because the track limits are kind of uh, tight over here. So maybe that could have had an issue. Maybe that could have had a role here.
Yep.
Okay, and We should be moving on to the race anytime soon.
Sorry to interrupt. Helium, can you press advance once? I think the lobby is waiting on you.
Oh,
Oh, okay. We had Dan in the com box for a second. We're gonna ask him some questions, but now it seems he's left. But
well, that was not Dan. That was Freeman, by the way.
yeah. And Yadi, what are your thoughts in this qualifying session? Do you think who the people who you expected to be up top are there, or you see some new faces there?
I see a small shake-up, but nothing out of the ordinary, I'd say. People still ended up choosing the soft, so I say the default strategy worked for people. I don't know about that incident and how many laps everybody got, but let's just see how the race pans out at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. And interestingly to note that, as you mentioned, no one trying for the alternate strategy because it is actually quite disadvantageous because the softs just have that much more grip in the first stint. So interestingly, no one's opted for the mediums, but I'm pretty sure some people out of the top 10 will be opting for the harder compound to get the softer tire for the second stint. So we'll be keeping an eye out on the tire selection of the people outside the top 10. But yeah, top 10 is all softs.
And
And
here we are on the grid, just lining up, waiting for everybody to hop on, and we should be good to go any second now. Or do we have a formation lap, I believe?
Why am I driving?
why are you driving?
I don't know. I can't even take control.
Okay,
oh my
Helium, I
God.
guess it's time to switch to spectator cam.
But how? I can't. I don't have control.
Okay, so guys, we seem to have run into a completely different type of technical snag at the moment. Just give us a second while we wrap this up.
One second.
Helium, could you put us on mute?
In my account and everything was fine. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And come the actual stream and everything just says nope. No, no.
Yep.
I hate my life.
It's okay. It's fine. It happens from time to time.
You see what's happening to me? I
Can't
am.
have everything
I'm.
can't go smooth.
I could. Somehow I'm driving and I can't take control of the car.
This is like would have made
Oh
a
wait.
heck of a stream,
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
No,
tier
Wait.
one guy
when
and tier two, tier
I was actually kind of surprised. it
Yeah,
and
we're going to game now. Okay.
just get this show on the road.
Jesus.
Let's get this done with.
Jeez Louise.
Some stream here.
Yeah, you're on live now.
Can we get the preview, please? Helium?
They
And we're back, guys. Sorry, apologies for that really long delay. We were just getting some ironing out some issues in order. And it seems the lobby is back up again. There was a restart issued as well because of some technical difficulties. And we're back and we're ready for the action to proceed. So I'm going to begin with a question to all our viewers and to you as well, Yaddy. How many safety cars are you expecting?
Oh, that's let's just say a lot. Yeah, I hope there are not so many. Like, let's just be conservative with them, and let's say one or two would be nice to see. But if there are way too many, then it's just 25 lap race, man.
Yeah, it's a very short race. And it's a very short race, and the action I think is going to be very rudimentary. Like the three DRS zones, is most of the overtakes are, in my opinion, are going to be what do you call DRS overtakes because there's not much room to go side by side on either. And I think safety cars might be adding some spice into the race in terms of strategy and in terms of action, where the faster people can end up behind the slower people, and they might be aiming for a move in parts of the track where you can't go for a move normally. So yeah, it's all to play for actually.
Yes. Basically, we're gonna be seeing some torpedoes, some safety cars, lots of action for 25 laps.
Yeah,
Let's
like
just hope
Moto
all
said,
goes to plan.
yeah, like Moto said, there isn't a lot of places to overtake, so people might get frustrated, might go for some, let's say, Verstappen style moves and whatnot. So, yeah, we could see some action, we could not see something, but it's all up to the drivers. We'll see how they are gonna handle the twisty streets.
Yep. So I'm just looking at the chat here, and Radha Gupta's asked how many DNFs. So I'm gonna be a bit optimistic and say just around one or two, maybe. Maybe I believe these tier 2 guys can keep it clean. And since it's Jeddah, they'll be driving even more cautiously. So I'd say around one or two DNFs will be there, but we could see some more in case something chaotic happens, which I hope doesn't, because I mean it's good for entertainment, but as a racing spectacle, it's not nice when you see something like that. So yeah.
Just one question to both of you. Like, what do you guys think of this track? Because this track seems to be kind of polarizing among drivers. So, what is your opinion?
Yeah,
Man,
even
it's
the real life. Yeah, Yadi, go ahead.
yeah. Go on, Moto.
Yeah, all right. So even the real life Grand Prix was like plagued with controversy. Like we saw Hamilton Verstappen, and then we saw drivers complain, and even the fans complain that the track is just too. It's not a Grade One circuit. A lot of people, like a lot of the fans, believe the track is too narrow, too many blind corners at too high speeds. So, but I think it's fine. It's a bit dangerous, yeah, sure, but I think it's a very flowing and very nice track. It's a driver's circuit, that's for sure, especially with that first sector. But yeah, I can see where they're coming from in terms of its safety rating. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly what Moto said. It being a driver's track, and while the whole spectacle about getting carnages and safety laps and walls coming up too quickly, are there something but just the pure feel of driving on this track with just all the adrenaline that you get pumped up with? It's good for some, not so good for some others. Always riddled with conspiracy, I guess. So yeah, a fair amount of entertainment for sure.
Yep.
Like Aradhya puts it in the chat, stressful to drive. I am 110% with you on this one. It's just this track gave me anxiety attacks.
Yeah, it's at how high speeds those corners come at you, and you just have no time to think. In case you mess up the exit, it's either you are gonna hit the wall or gonna lose like at least half a second or 1 second to slow down and avoid the wall.
Uh,
I mean, I haven't driven a lot of this track when
I'm
the
sorry to
patch
cut you
came
all
out.
off, but we are in the
Yes.
lobby. I think we should be moving.
Yep.
Sis,
Yep. Let's go.
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Still shows waiting for players, so I think some of people are just reading up and joining, but we should have the action undergoing soon.
Crucially, another thing about this track is I mean, for P2, it's important that they get a good start. because the dirty air is quite bad in these cars, and through that first sector, it's really already really hard to follow. And with heavier fuel loads, it'll be even harder. So if P2 gets if P2 gets a jump on P1, they can actually pull away pretty easily, and possibly get out of the DRS. But for that, I think they'll need to have like a huge pace advantage. But yeah, the start is quite important here.
Yeah, and on something unrelated, okay, Aurora, we did see that. And when the stream was in chaos, Aurora had donated 40 with his super chat. So yeah, big shout out to you. Thanks for that, man. And yeah, it will be nice if you could donate again. Yeah,
Yep,
we
and
want to win.
yep, and finally the formation lap is finally underway. Helium, could we have a look at the tires and see what tires the people outside the top 10 are starting on?
I think everybody decided to run on softs. Oh no, we have some people on the mediums.
Yeah,
So we got Aditya, BK19, Kim Rai, 8 cylinders, and Streeter on mediums.
yep. So those guys will be looking to head pretty long into the race, and they'll be quite slow at the start, but if they are smart about it, they can take advantage of some lap one shenanigans or incidents which are ahead of them. So don't count them out. They're still part of the game, and it seems HCL, who is really quick on ACC, has just recently come to F1, and a track which is quite new to a lot of players, and even him. He seems to have had a pretty poor qualifying actually down at 16th, but yeah, he'll be looking to make his way up the field and take advantage of any incidents which are in front of him.
Yeah, one driver that I'm surprised to see in the bottom pack is Streeter. He's starting P last. I hope he
Oh
didn't have
yeah,
any technical snags like the last week. But I would still say he is a driver to watch out because he is quite smart when it comes to his strategy and planning the race ahead. So definitely he's a guy to watch out for.
yeah, absolutely. And I think he is leading the championship if I'm not wrong, or he's close to leading it. And to see him all the way down in 18th on a track like this is doesn't bode well for his race. But we'll only see what this new circuit has to offer to offer for us. And as these drivers just make their way through this last sector, which is sector 3, is like basically just one corner, one braking zone. So just a braking zone, and the probably the longest. I think it's the longest DRS straight on this circuit. So a lot of overtakes to look out for on that last corner.
Okay, so we got the drivers lining up here. And if we can have a camera angle at the front of the pack, please. Yeah, regardless, I think everybody pretty much is in place. We got the BK19's Haas, Kimrai's Alpha, and then Eitzel, Freeman, and Street are just rounding up the pack.
Yep, and oh, I think there's an alpha which is outside the grid slot.
Outside the grid slot, yes, it's right in the middle of the track.
That was
Uh,
just settle up.
oh,
Yep.
there we go. As you can see in the predicted strategy, the soft medium is there, but obviously the soft medium is the better one. 5 lights, and this is a very weird angle, but we'll deal with
Lights
it.
out and away
Lights
we
out, and
go.
away we go. I think Montero got a good start, but SSJ Assassin is trying to challenge, but he's a bit too far back. And we can see some corner cuts there into turn one and
Oh, that
two,
was a
but
close call for Dan there with the wall.
yep.
And
And
so far, so good.
yeah, very clean start from these tier two boys, and I think Dan is like all over the back of Montero right now. He's got the pace, he's practiced quite a bit, and it's already showing.
Yeah, so he nailed his start pretty much. Not too much of a gap there, but we have some action back there. Heisenberg seems to be falling down the order. I think he's lost 3, 4, 5 positions now.
Ooh, it seems that yeah, he's missing an end plate. I can see from the camera. Yep, his left end plate is missing. I think he's got a had a collision with the wall, sorry, and he's lost a lot of downforce, which you really do need on this track with 27 corners, especially through that first sector.
And Dan just took the lead.
Yup, Dan is on the charge and he's already not wasting time, and he's gone for the move in sector 2, and he's going to look to pull away out of DRS. But DRS, as you know, is super crucial on the circuit. It can make or break your race. If you don't stick within DRS, you can consider like the guy in front of you like has gone is going to run away with it, because DRS is going to help you improve your race pace by a lot. It's really crucial in this circuit.
Exactly. So Streeter's already up by 3 places in P15. We see Unleashed making plays there, and oh,
Ooh.
that's commentator's curse right there.
Yep, Streeter has had an offing with the wall and he's lost his entire wing.
Lost his front
Trying
wing.
to do a 3-point turn to get out of this very narrow section in the circuit. And will that be a safety car? Is yellow flags in sector 3? No, it's just a yellow
I don't
flag.
think so.
And he's coming into the pits for a new wing.
Yeah, that's gonna be some work for Streeter, and Dan has already pulled away 1.2 seconds ahead of
Wow.
Montero.
Yep,
That's
yep.
some gap.
Yeah, and he'll be looking to get out of the DRS. And speaking of which, Montero's pulled out from the DRS of Abhi's dropped out
Abhi.
of DRS for Montero. Yeah, and so basically Montero has to cling on to SSG Assassin, otherwise he's going to find himself in no man's land.
And then possibly being attacked by Abhi. That would not be so good.
Yeah,
Warhammer just made up a place. Oh no, wait. Electrip has had some sort of an issue. He's
yeah,
losing places left and right.
he's dropping quite a way down. I think he's got damage. Uh, can't quite see it from this angle, but yeah, he's lost a lot of pace, and
Front,
yep,
I guess, yep.
his left end plate is missing. And again, point in case the walls are too close here, and if you get a bit too close to them,
Was that an
and
Aston wing flying on the track there? Yep,
uh,
Sager has had some issues.
he's lost his entire front wing.
Yeah.
Already, a lot of front wing donations are seen here in Jeddah, and I think there's just more to come because, again, the walls are just so perilously close.
So Sager pulls up, and Faizan has a pretty big gap pulled out to Heisenberg. Oh, that could be down to the damage. But then we see Streeter up here trying to run, and somebody else just was it an Alpine just pulled into the pits? Electrip, yes, he's coming
Yeah,
in for his
electric.
damage. Yeah,
Going a
so we
bit
got
further back to the field, we can see RB, who's I think he's leading the championship or fighting for it. Has got bundles of pace from the Alpine in front of him, and he will be looking to make a move. DRS is active now, so he's not chosen to make the move here. He's going to stick behind and probably make it in sector 3.
okay, so still quite close to Meerkat there, and see how that unfolds. Dan has now a 2 second lead over Monteiro, so that is not looking bright for him at the moment.
Yep. Our pole sitter finds himself in no man's land as we see a half spun around of BK19, who I think got a bit wayward out of the banked corner exit. Yep, he is on the harder compound of tires, so I wouldn't put it past him for getting a bit squirrely on the exit, and it seems he's
Oh,
thinking
RB
about
made
that.
the move. RB made the move on Meerkat.
Ooh. Yeah, around the outside, but now I think Meerkat is going to get DRS. Yep, he's got DRS and RB, so RB is going to have to defend now, and I think that's going to be an easy
I
pass
think,
for the Alpine. Yep.
yeah, thanks to the grid being a little bit wider, but good tussle going on between these two. Dan, at the same time, is just pulling away like crazy, already 2.3 seconds ahead of Monteiro. We got some other close runners, but yeah, we essentially have our two packs at the moment between the so the first 10 running in their own section, and then Faizan finally sticking a move on Sager. Oh no, I think we've had another problem with Freeman there. People seem to be dropping down the order quite quickly.
Yep. He's pitted for fresh softs, which I think is a kind of a strange decision because the hards can go till the end now, but he's chosen to go for the softer compound and probably benefit from a safety car in the latter stages of the race.
Yeah, you would hope for one, but not no safety cars so far. So I guess that's a positive.
Yup, absolutely. And you can see RB all over the back of the Alpino Meerkat here. Is he going to be a bit smart about this and lay back and overtake him on the main straight? No, he's going to go for the move right now, which is a bit puzzling if I were him. Oh, okay, never mind. He's chosen to play the smart game and he's laid back, and now he's going to go for the move. And hopefully, the dirty air is going to cause the Alpine to drop out of DRS.
Okay, Is that? Nope, he's still behind. Hang back. Oh wait, did he? No. Tried, lined up alongside, but didn't go.
Also,
And
the
is
switch
he gonna
back
stick
goes
it?
around the outside.
That
That would have
was
been a great
close.
move, yeah.
He's still there. He's still there.
Oh,
I
Meerkat's
know
already
that's
out of
in.
ERS, which is surprising considering how easy it is to regenerate on this track. But this is a great battle going on between these two drivers here.
I think Meerkat is burning through his battery crazy to defend against RB.
Yep. But I think now it's going to be an easy pass. Meerkat defends the outside. RB switches to the inside. Forces
He's
Meerkat wide, but Meerkat is going to try and switch back, and he hasn't got the grip for it. And that's the move done by RB.
okay. That's Meerkat taken care of. He has some catching up to do for Abhi, who has in turn some catching up to do to Montiero, who has a lot of catching up to do to Jan.
Yeah,
Dan.
Dan
It's
is
3.2
just
seconds there.
yeah, Dan is just in a league of his own tonight. He's just chilling, and he's got a lot of pace. And he was unlucky in China. He got taken out, and I think on lap one he suffered from some incident. But yeah, it seems he's put that past him, and he's on it now.
We see an upgrade by Shawshank on Warhammer. Takes it. Nice and clean. And oh, the Red Bull there just avoided the walls.
Yep.
We see an AlphaTauri going for the pits. It's Warhammer.
I
A
think he
tire
might have
change? Or do you
sustained
think
some
damage?
damage because lap 5 is a bit too early for the one stuff. So I'm guessing it's damage, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, he switched to mediums.
So I'm guessing he's trying to undercut this pack, but those mediums will be absolutely shot by the end
Yeah.
of it.
Meerkat seems to have gained his place back in the
Oh,
meantime.
yeah. Probably a
Yeah.
DRS pass because again the DRS is so OP. As ATL gets another penalty, I think he's got 6 now. But he's got the pace here on the mediums, but those penalties will be getting
Oh,
him
that
in the race
was.
later, and that's RB who spun around.
Yeah, I think that's gonna ruin his race.
Yeah, I think RB was suffering from some equipment issues. Yeah, I was speaking to him a few days back.
8 was really close to Unleash and he's
Ooh,
trying to make an
side by
upgrade there.
side, got a
That
wheel
was
banging.
close.
Ooh, and I think Unleash gets sent wide, but they're still side by side, and ATL has got the move done. Wow.
I've stuck that one really closely.
Yeah.
Unleash still trying to stay up with him, but doesn't seem likely. Aditya got past RB there, so RB seems to have some pretty bad damage. Trying to come back in the DRS. Doesn't pit, so it's not that bad.
Yep. I don't think he got damaged. Maybe it was just a half spin because, yeah. Oh, there's a bit of a Verstappen cut there, cutting a lot of that curb, but uh, he's kept his. I think he was ahead into the braking zone, so he just kept his
This
car.
position for now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it seems Meerkat initiators on the DRS of Abi, he's closed up rapidly. If I'm not wrong, he was like a couple of seconds back, but it seems
Yeah, I
Abi
think he
is
was
just
about 2
lacking.
seconds behind, and now he's
Yeah,
pretty much in there.
it seems Abhi is just lacking the pace tonight because yeah, Meerkat is on the charge and we should be seeing a move from the Alpine driver soon.
Abhi has had a pretty undisturbed race so far. So
Soon to
I
be
think maybe he
disturbed
just
now.
got too relaxed there.
Yep. Maybe taking it a bit easy with the track warnings because again, we haven't spoken about this, but it's really easy to cut over here.
Yeah,
And
just
yeah, those warnings and those penalties can ruin your finishing positions. Abhi's just taking it easy now, but I think that might uh, be the reason of his own undoing as he's going to get sailed past here. Is
I
Meerkat
mean
initiate?
that.
Yep.
So pretty good recovery by Meerkat after that battle with RB.
Yeah, absolutely. He's found himself in the podium positions now. And
And then there's
ATL
Itzel
meanwhile, yep.
sticking it on Shawshank there.
So
Once
those
again on the
mediums will be faster than the softs now. So that's why you can see this sudden upsurge of pace from the medium driver.
So pretty much half the grid has, like exactly half the grid already has their one stop. So how many two stoppers are you thinking we'll see?
So I think Freeman had stopped very early, and those people who had stopped for fresh tires after damage definitely have to be making another stop. So yeah, I think 3 or 4 people will be two stopping in this race. Unless there's a safety car, then they'll be back in the mid pack. But as of now, the race is quite quite a long reach to get back into the points for them.
Yep. Dan seems to have no trouble whatsoever,
Yep.
blazing past everyone, 5.2 seconds ahead. Um, may
So the promotion is in order now.
yeah, Cat is also trying to catch up to Montiero, but I don't think. I think they're at even paces at the moment, going by their timing gap. And surprisingly, not much happening at the moment, I feel.
Yeah, Jeddah being quite. I mean, it's been eventful in certain places, but the gaps once they've equalized, it's just normal proceedings in order. But we're going to see a move here soon enough as Electric winds up on the back of Heisenberg in the McLaren. He's going to take a late apex, try to get a better exit onto the start from the straight. Doesn't quite get the line right, in my opinion. And yep, there you go. We
Just a
have
little bit of
Electric.
wheel spin there. Yeah, and that's gonna cost him dearly. He would have stuck it here.
Though you can see how powerful the DRS is
The
right now.
DRS is just
Yeah.
crazy. And he
Ooh.
tries to stick it, but has to go wide.
And yeah, he will have to be given that position. Yep. Oh, but he
And
just took
loses that
positions
place
in
to
order.
RB.
Wow.
RB Ferrari just now at his pit stop, and yeah, he just comes out and hits Electric straight up.
Oh,
So RB would be wanting some redemption, just says thank you to Electric and picks that place up and is going like crazy behind Heisenberg.
yep. He is on the charge, and he's going to pick himself up after that half spin he had suffered. But still a long way to go, and he's quite far off the top 5 right now, even after that pit stop. So we'll have to see. But he's all over the back of the McLaren right now. He's got so much of a pace advantage. You can see it visibly. He's pushing him through these corners here.
Yeah, RB Ferrari clearly has the grip advantage here, and he is pushing like crazy behind Heisenberg. So yeah, he is just limited. The next DRS zone, it will be an easy pass for RB.
Yep.
See, Electric also trying to hang back, maybe pick up the pieces from RB's attack.
See, RB is going around the outside,
He's going
and
on the side and he sticks it. He's pretty far
Yep.
ahead.
Yep. He's cleared him before the braking zone. But now, importantly, Heisenberg's going to have DRS on RB, but it depends on his exit here. As yep, I think he's got a decent exit. I think he might be challenging. No, he's a bit too far back.
He's a bit too far behind for that. Good to see how Electric now tries and get past Heisen here.
Yeah, absolutely. And sort of
up
a pack.
ahead, Aditya is much closer to Unleashed. They are just 2 tenths away from each other.
Yep, he's on the fresh softs. I don't think those softs are going to last though. What do you think, Yaddy? Like those softs, will they be lasting till lap 25?
I really don't see them lasting till lap 25. And Aditya just, you know, I think maybe he's gonna have to go a one stopper if he wants to keep his position. But these softs will be dead, I think, by lap
Yep.
18 or 19 or so.
But like going back to Austria, I think Aditya massaged like a set of soft ice for 20 laps. It's not. It's not
It's not
like.
impossible, certainly.
It's not impossible, and certainly for him, he's done it before, so he's
Maybe
quite
he's just banking
well
on his
versed in.
ability there.
Yeah.
SSC Assassin has come into the pits. So first of our leaders coming into the pits for his first off of the race, and yes, he's gonna just want to clear the traffic as soon as he could.
Yeah, he'll be hoping that ACL is not going to hold him up here. Let's see how. Oh, ACL goes a
Ah,
bit
so
wide.
ACL is on 10 lap old mediums. I
This is
think
not
Dan
even
shouldn't
going to
have
be a
too much of a
contest. You can
problem.
see how much he's gaining through each apex and through each exit as well. And yeah, he's going to get the move done.
ACL just moves out of the way.
So ATL, if I were him, I would be trying to stick within his DRS to get a better chance of overcutting or undercutting the Travis behind and ahead. But I don't think it's gonna be possible with tire advantage which Dan has.
It is
Yep,
quite tough
Dan
to
has
keep
to
up
be
the
full.
dirty air and air's dropping out. It's not an easy task to keep up, so it's gonna be tough. And we see RB Frollo making a move on Unleash. Quite a simple move on the inside. Just sending it.
So RB is back in the points.
Sager ahead of him has gone for the hard tires, and so is BK as well. Yeah, those hogs are very hard to get up to temperature, especially in these conditions where it's like, I think it's midnight in the game, I'm not sure. So
I
those
think it's
hogs are,
evening the game, so I mean still the temps are not that high, and generally speaking hards are not that good of a race tire, and this track requires a lot of traction zones, and the hards might just give out soon.
yep. But they will be lasting, and they will be quite less wear on them by the end of their stints. But as you can see, the Alpine and Muir are getting squirrely on the exit. Maybe his setup is a bit too oversteery. I think he's on controller, and I think most controller players use very oversteery setups to make the most out of their input device. But we can see small packs forming here in P10, 11, 12.
Yeah, so we got the two McLarens of Unleashed, Heisenberg, and then Electrip in an Alpine, I think. Or is that a Williams?
No,
That
that's an
is
Alpine. Electrip
that's
is
Alpine,
racing the
that's an
yeah.
Alpine.
Alpine. Going very wide there.
Oh, Montiero and Abhi are going to have to pit soon. They're on 11 lap old softs.
Yep, and Freeman has gone to his second stop. He's gone to a fresh set of mediums. Should that should theoretically go to the end. Not much of an issue, but I don't really think he could recover much from this race.
Heisenberg just clouted the wall there, very minor bit of tap, but that can still damage your end plate, and any lack of downforce in this circuit is not good. You get chronic understeer even with a small tap of the wall. So he's going to be a bit more careful about that as Dan returns back to his net race lead, and he's
So
right.
Montiero pits, Dan's up in first, Eitzel moves into P2, and Abhi has also pitted. So all three of our top runners have pitted at the moment. Dan has come back on top, and Faizan seems to be having. Oh no, he's in the pits.
Yeah,
Okay, so quiet race going on at the moment.
that seems Montero has sort of got clawed a bit of that gap back in the pit stops. I think Dan got a bit held up in sector one, so
Yep,
he's going to try and
definitely got a bit held up there, and
yeah,
Montero. I mean, it's not a lot, but still there is some gain over there. Yeah, that might come in handy.
yeah. He's going to try and get back past Dan and get back to what pole position had got him P1, but he's going to need to show a lot of pace in this fresh set of mediums.
Yep, he's gonna have to push crazy, keep the gaps within limit, and maybe just hope that SSC Assassin runs into some bad luck with track limits or something.
Yeah,
Because, like you said earlier, it's not that tough to, it's not that tough to, it's not that easy to avoid track warnings here. It's quite easy to do it. The corner just come at you at breakneck speed, and
yep.
it's so easy to just go past the line just by a few inches, and that's when this game is like, nope, I can't allow it. So, yeah,
Someone who
that's
seems to be struggling with that very feeling right now a lot is ACL. Could we have a look at the penalties? Because I think he might have racked up quite a few.
yep. I did see
Nine.
Eitzel and Faison's name popping up quite a lot.
Yep. Point in case both of them have. Well, Faizan has 3 seconds, but ACL has 9 seconds. Over him there, and he's going to drop back quite a bit once the race finishes and all the gaps and all the penalties are taken into account for. But he's going to keep at it, and he's still in a very good position. He's I think out of all the medium runners, he's the only one who's in the top of the five right now.
Ooh, just touching the wall there. I hope he didn't get any damage out of that.
Yeah.
And I think he hasn't stopped yet, if I'm right. Can
Yeah,
we
he
check the
hasn't
stops?
stopped.
Yeah, he's on 13 lap. 4 tires,
Oh.
13, 14.
Yellow flag, and we got a retirement in sector 3.
It's
Unleashed.
McLaren of Unleashed.
Yeah, is that a safe? Oh, going very wide there with the exit.
Still no indication of a safety car.
Sector 3, where could the I think he might have retired in the pit lane.
Or did he hit the pit wall when going in? Something like that.
Because
Pitted well.
no sign of a car there.
I think it might have been cleared, but still we have that yellow flag there. Yeah, it's cleared now, so. Yep, there goes the hope for a safety car. Oh, HL, I think maybe he thought there was going to be a safety car, but either way, it's still his pit window. So.
Yeah, it's his
Yep.
pit window, and he's going to go on the fresh softs. Oh, he's getting a wing change. He
Yeah,
might
I think
have.
that wall contact had its effect there.
Yep. And he's going to drop down to P. Oh, he's going to lose our 2 more positions. So
P10.
RB
And
and
RB,
Station.
Ferrello, and Sager are fighting on track over there. Town. Can you go on board them?
Yep.
Sager has just
Sager.
gone past RB.
Yeah, Sager on those sort of worn out hards. Not much of a contest between these two tires. The mediums are much better than the hards.
Yeah, but Caesar is holding up really good there.
Yeah. It's easy to hold up though on this section. You can just park it at the apex and let dirty air do its thing. But yeah, still good defending from the Aston Martin driver there.
And RB is just steadily closing up the gap, and I think he'll definitely be looking to pounce on the final sector where the DRS just opens up. Oh, RB just cutting through the track there, just taking his own liberties with the track limits. He's just gonna want to cut that a little bit because don't want to get some penalties there.
Yeah, absolutely. Quite a few drivers in the grid have racked up penalties in this race.
And
we
even SSC Assassin has got a penalty. We didn't notice that.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he has a 3-second penalty. He
so
got that
he's
a few laps ago.
he's opened
He's
up.
way ahead of.
Yeah.
He's way ahead of Montiero to worry about 3 seconds at the moment.
Well,
So you never
RB gets a brilliant exit out of that, and it's not even a contest, not even DRS. Oh yes, now it's over.
Yep. Well, it was a great switchback line from RB there. Made sure he got the par down earlier than the Aston in front and clean overtake.
Yep.
Oh, loses the rear there, but hopefully catches and stays on.
One for the cameras. After
That was
overtake.
almost a game over kind of moment for RB Ferrello, but yes, he did catch it. And now Eitzel is catching up to this on his fresh tire sets. He'll be looking to make a quick work of Sager's Aston Martin up ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, plus he's on softs. He's gonna.
It's no contest. It's basically Hamilton, Verstappen, and Abu Dhabi.
RB
KVCL
Ferrello seems to be very twitchy out of corners. I think he's just pushing too hard, or maybe his setup is just twitchy. I still don't know what it is, but yeah.
I mean, he's still working hard to get back into that position where he was with Abhi, and oh, that was a snap from
Lag
Eitzel.
spike, I think.
I guess Eitzel's Wi-Fi is acting up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Never play online games on Wi-Fi, kids. Always use LAN.
And you can see how much grip those soft tires are giving him. He's all over the back of the Aston. He's going to go around the outside. Sage has DRS on. RB as well. But ATL
Oh,
just
that's
has that much more
close.
grip.
Squeaked by there.
Is
And he
Eitzel
might-
gonna attack RB Ferrello
Yeah,
in
he
this
might
corner?
just
It's
get
gonna be very
RB as
interesting.
Oh, yep, takes it.
Yep, he's
RB
gotten
tucks
past him.
back in. And Eitzel is back in P7.
That's
And now he's
oh
gonna be
gets
on the
another 3-second penalty. I was just about to say amazing
Oh,
racing
he
from
has
Eitzel.
12 seconds in total. That's bad.
It's just he's just gonna fight for on track position now. It's just a matter of pride. But yeah, still really good racecraft there. Just positioning his car perfect, taking Sage around the outside and just easily getting past RB Ferrello. That was really nice to see.
Yep, some good racing. As Eisenberg has left the session, maybe he's
So
had a
both McLarens are out now?
no. I think he's got some technical difficulties on his side. His car's still on track, but
Yeah, Heisenberg still has chance to join back and take control of the car, but He needs to do it quick because the AI it's not that quick. It would lose a lot. And we see RB just losing his car once
RB
again on the throttle.
RB has a lot of a huge lack of race pace tonight. Like I don't know what's up with him. Normally he's up there in the podium positions, but tonight he's just not on it.
Yeah, his first stint was on point, but the second stint seems to be a bit, I don't know, it's just not typical of RB Ferraro the way he's handling it.
And Sager takes the corner from him there,
Yep.
way ahead of the braking zone.
And now RB will be coming back with DRS as long as he gets a good exit. Yep. And further ahead, you can see AZL is already all over the back of Shawshank.
Yep, he is. Oh, he's within the DRS range now, so yeah, that should be interesting.
And he set the fastest lap as well, a 30.1. So very rapid lap from the Red Bull driver. He's got the pace, but surely as he plays the game more, track limits will be ironing out, and we'll be seeing him up there.
Yep.
He
And
goes
as you know,
wide again there.
he's a driver who spends a lot of time in ACC, and track limits are a bit lenient. Oh, and he
Goes,
gets another
goes
3
another
seconds.
3 seconds. That's 15 in total.
Oh man, I think he should stop going on board HCL. Whenever he go on board, he's getting some penalties. So.
Goes past Shawshank anyways. So now P6, but in the current stage, I think he's gonna drop down to P10 or
P10,
P11.
yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe dropping all the way down to P10 or maybe even P11, like you said.
yeah.
That's gonna be sad, but still, I think he'll be kind of happy because he was able to make some good
Yeah, he'll be
moves and
satisfied with his on-track performance at least.
yeah.
Yeah. Though you never know, he might be getting some of those removed due to side-by-side action, maybe, if he's got any penalties from that. But
I still don't think it'll be enough to like completely
yeah,
get it all out. That'll be a very
yeah,
long shot.
yeah. Further ahead, we can see the Aston just out for a Sunday drive. He's just coasting through these corners, not a care in the world as to who's behind him, who's he's going to lap. He's looking at his surroundings, looking at the beautiful buildings on the right and left side. He's done,
Like there has
and
been some position changes in P6 and P9 to that. Like I just saw some position changes over
Sager
there.
just got up. He
Abhi has made another pit stop. Oh, I think he might have had a collision with the wall. I think his tire is glitching out there. And yep, another front wing has been
Also
deleted.
have a Ferrari of Shawshank coming behind.
Yeah, that's how close the walls are here, folks. And you're just going on with your race, and a small tap, and that's a pit stop.
I think if it's any other track, he could at least able to manage it with a slightly damaged wing because you do have some space on the outside. But over here, it's just it's near impossible to do it with even a slight wing damage. That too, another thing that I noticed is it's not the spin that is killing the wings. It's the driver's trying to get the car pointed the right way. That
Yep,
actually causes even more damage because the track is
some narrow
just that
track and
narrow.
3-point turns there.
yep.
Yep.
Full Mahavir vibes.
uh, we don't talk about that here. But anyway, moving on. Yep, SSC Assassin just seems to be in his own groove, just doing his own Saturday drive.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
absolutely.
mean,
And
it is quite sad to see him not there in the championship standings. I just checked the standings and man is just languishing in the bottom. Like it's not a place where you expect such a driver of this caliber to see. But I just think the luck has not been with him. Let's hope it turns around.
yeah, he is a very fast and capable driver, as you can see right now. But yeah, luck has certainly not been on his side. I think he DNF'd in China
Yep,
from
I remember
lap
that
one
very
itself.
well.
Yeah.
He just got caught up with just an innocent bystander in an incident and couldn't even get his car
Ooh, 6
up to
seconds.
turn one.
Tell you
He's
what,
still
SSJ Assassin might have to be a bit careful with his on-track liberties here,
Yep.
because another penalty would put Montero into the fighting seat for P1 as he goes wide again there.
I think that's safe because the curving is on the inside of the white line,
Oh yeah,
so he's
the
allowed to
white
do that.
line is there are two white lines here.
Yep, yep.
Two corners in this track where the track limits are a bit different because the curbs have white lines on either side of them, so
Yeah,
you
it's
can
like basically the curves are on the inside of the track limit white
yeah,
line, so you could go a little wider there, but again, you should be within the white line.
absolutely. And it seems Heisenberg has still not been able to join back, and that just means his AI is just throttling around him.
That's sad. The McLarens are doing decent enough to be in good points, but it's just sad to see both of them just drop out of points in scenario like this.
Okay, Streeter could potentially make a move for P10, I think, if something happens up with Shawshank, because
Wait, where is Streeter?
Streeter is in
Streeter,
P12 at the moment.
Streeter is in P12 and Electrip is. I mean, I don't think it's quite uh, uh, possible for Streeter to make up anything from now because the laps are starting to run down and doesn't really have a lot left. So,
But he has 3 seconds on Electrip, and he is
yep.
one of the only 4 drivers on the grid who don't have a penalty at the moment.
Yep.
So let's see how that goes down. But Shawshank being clean is actually a problem for Streeter if he wants to get into the points.
Yep, Shawshank and Abhi seem to be keeping it squeaky clean, no penalties on their name as well. So yeah, I really don't think it's a proper chance for Streeter. You could say it's an outside chance, but it's still not enough. I think that lap one incident definitely ruined it all for him.
Yeah.
I think it was a Williams or something I saw, but I don't know who that was. But yeah, that was really bad on the final corner.
As you can see, ATL is still on the charge here. He's trying to catch back up to Aditya, who's on 5 lap older tires than what he is on. But uh, I don't think he's got the that much of an advantage with the 5 lap fresher tires. What do you guys think?
Plus the number of laps coming down, and of course the massive penalties that both of them have. I think Aditya has 3 seconds, so well, he might catch him, but then at the end of the day, the 15 seconds are
Definitely,
gonna
he
hurt him
doesn't
a lot.
have enough advantage, I would say. As you could see in his wheel dashes, the RS is also kind of in the low. So I really don't think he could catch up quite a lot. Maybe he could get that much close to his DRS range, but I still don't
Oh,
think he
and
could do
Aditya
anything.
gets another 3 seconds while we're talking about him still catching up to him.
Yep. Let me see some more penalties coming in. Altrip getting another 3 seconds, so he's gonna drop big time.
Cars getting lighter and the drivers are just taking a bit too much speed into the corners. As a result of that, just a bit more penalties in action.
So looks like it's gonna be as of now it's gonna be SST Assassin, Montero, and
Either Aditya or Meerkat could go either way.
Yep.
yep. Meerkat is having 5 seconds of penalties. Uh, and Aditya is having 6 seconds. Okay. Well, I don't want to do this mental gymnastics. Let's just see when the line comes up. So
Yep.
Somebody pulled into the pits there.
that was Alpha Tauri. Oh wait, someone just pulled into the pits and retired. That
Yep.
was Warhammer.
Warhammer, yep. I think he's had enough of this track.
That's a late DNF too.
But since it's in the pit lane, so no chance of safety car. This is actually quite surprising, if I'm honest. Jeddah
Yeah,
and
and we didn't see a single safety car so far.
yeah, let's
Shawshank
see.
seems to have made a move on Abhi. I don't know how that happened.
Oh,
Can he go on but Abhi?
or maybe Abhi is just very close to Shawshank and he's gotten the move done on the Ferrari.
These guys are swapping positions
Having
here.
a tussle there.
Oh, Freeman is in 20 seconds penalty. We didn't notice that.
Ooh, he's a bit close to getting disqualified, is he? I think 24 is the limit.
Yeah, I think it is 24 seconds, but yeah, let's just hope it doesn't go there.
Yeah, it's not gonna affect him by much anyways. This looks like he's winging it at the moment.
You can
But
see
pretty
Shawshank
good
has
tussle.
so
Shawshank
much.
coming back.
Yeah, he has so much more pace in the first sector. He could follow so well
Ooh,
than
that was
the
close to
Ferrari.
Mabi. It almost felt like they were having wing to wheel contact there.
Yeah, they're both on equally worn tires. So this is a battle for position on equally worn tires and equal grip levels as well.
Freeman just retired.
I don't think it's equal
Another.
anymore because Abhi has got a penalty.
Oh, even
Oh
some
yeah,
of the
Abhi.
keenest drivers over here, Abhi, who I know is one of the coolest drivers in Tier 2, rarely gets a penalty. He has succumbed to what little space this track has to offer and taken a bit more liberties on the track and gotten himself into the second vector.
I think today definitely the tier 2 boys have set a benchmark for what should be happening in tomorrow's tier 1 and tier 3 race. And as we see a move up ahead, Abhi and Shawshank going side by side through turn 1.
Electric taking a lot of
Electric
that
just
inside curve there.
Yep. I think Electric was just focusing too much on
focusing
the
too
middle
much
up
on
ahead.
them
He
and
just
Yeah.
lost
then
his
got
lights.
spooked.
Uh,
He's enjoying the race as well and the battle in front of him. But I think we saw a yellow flag pop up there in sector 1 as Faisal gets another 3 seconds of track penalties and he goes wide again over there.
Eitzel is 1.2 behind.
Yeah,
Yep. So
those
he's
13 lap old mediums as we were discussing, Yaddy, are now at the end of their life. I think HCL will be having a lot more pace on these tires, which he's
He's
on.
just got one more lap though.
I
Yeah,
think Eitzel will be treating it as a win if you get past Aditya.
yeah.
Oh, that will be great.
But yeah, his battery is absolutely dead. Like just absolutely close to zero. Only brakes
Could we
regeneration
go on
is
board the
working.
Brake
onboard
regeneration is working like
could we
crazy.
see
Like you can.
could we see the AlphaTauri's ERS and just see if he has any left in the reserve? A bit more,
Oh,
but
they're
not all
both
finished.
on, I think, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you can see HCL is getting just so much through this high-speed section where the tires do come alive, and he's got DRS now. So he's going to
Oh,
try
he's
and ace and
close.
pass. Yep.
Even behind Electric, Puppy, and Shawshank are trading positions non-stop. I'm seeing their names moving up and down the order.
Oh wow. What's going on here?
It's almost a three-way battle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Electric
squeezes
Puppy
the
just
Haas
going off
out.
track.
bullied.
Oh,
Electric getting bullied through that corner there. And
And
it's a
so
four-way
that's
battle now. Oh
oh, come
wow.
on, guys.
that's too narrow a place for four cars, guys. Come on.
But up ahead, I think ACL is just
Ferraris
shaping up
come
to
out on
lose on
top.
Aditya there.
And Streeter is in the points. Streeter just bullied his way through the pack and he is in the points there.
And
Yeah,
has maintained to go get there without getting a penalty. He's in P9.
yeah.
And SSC Assassin crosses the line to
Ooh,
finish.
but
And what a
yep.
performance from this guy.
And HCL has got the move done on the last corner, but now Aditya is going to have DRS on HCL.
Come on,
Oh, it's the photo
HCL.
finish. Yep, it
It's
is a
gonna.
photo finish, but yes, on
Yeah,
penalties, of course,
penalties.
Aditya is going to be ahead.
But I think he still gets
Aditya
P5
took it on the
without
line.
penalties.
Aditya took it on the line.
Yeah,
Let's see. Are we coming in?
P6.
No, HCL started to drop down now. No, I think it'll be P6. Sager is
A
way
bit
back
too
ahead.
far
Yep,
back.
yep. HL is going to be in P6.
Still, even after 15 seconds worth of penalties, P6 not a bad result considering where he qualified. But yep, that's your race for tonight. Dan with a very dominant win from P2 on the grid. Montero.
Like King said in the comments, it has been a redemption day for SSC Assassin. He has been dogged with bad luck. Finally, has made his space come true and took the race win. Really nice performance from him.
Yep, a very dominant, very Hamilton-esque drive if I'm not wrong. Montero from P1 couldn't quite stick it in there and couldn't quite have the pace to hang in there on the back of of Dan's rear diffuser, and he finishes P2. And then rounding up the podium is in P3, I think it is Meerkat Initiate in the Alpi. And your driver of the day, according to the game, is HCL. But please do put down your votes in the comments as well. We would like to know who you think the driver of the day for tonight is. And yep, that's your podium for tonight. And what did you guys think of that race?
I mean, surprisingly clean for once, even after all the track penalties and crashes. No safety cars in Jeddah, so
Yeah, generally
that's
speaking, I
really
was
something.
actually expecting a kind of a very chaotic race, something that was more in line with the real life counterpart. But it was a pretty neat race, and of course it had its moments, but it was all fine in the end.
Yep. Ooh, Aditya started P13, finished P4. Great drive from the AlphaTauri driver. Even Meerkat initiate start quite a way off pole position, and he still rounded off the podium there. So who do you guys think is the driver of the day for tonight? Like I'd say I'd give it to Aditya there for that very commanding drive.
I think it's the same. It's like coming up this far and purely on pace for the major part.
Yep.
That would be good. But great drive from Dan too, who is actually already in the commentary box for his interview, I guess.
Yep. We should shortly be heading on to our podium interviews. So just a second there, as slowly and surely everyone's going to be coming and stepping up for the podium interviews. And we are back. Sorry for that short break. In the podium box, as we await our other drivers, we're going to start off with our race winner and the man of the moment for tonight. Dan, the man, you have won tonight's race, won Jeddah, you've conquered the circuit. Talk us through your drive.
Well, as far as I can say, my quali time was not the ideal one for me. I was expecting 127.6, but then I got a bit anxious and screwed up my first sector, I guess. Um, but yeah, I ended up getting P2 anyway, so not much lost there. Well, as for the race itself, yeah, I mean, I'd be boasting if I say it was a boring race, but there were a few moments when I was running on my second stint, and I got damaged, and that's when I started getting really worried. And luckily, Montero was having a little trouble through sector 2, and that is where I was capped. No, sorry, not sector 2, sector 1 through the S's. Like I realized that when I saw the leaderboards, time boards. So I thought, okay, if I just nail sector 2, sector 1, the S's, then I'm sorted. I just need to like make it to the end without any more damage. Apart from that, yeah, of course, congratulations to Meerkat and Anish for their P3 and P2 respectively.
Yep, absolutely. And congrats on your win. You did pick up some penalties though, but I think you weren't too concerned because Anish was a bit too far back to capitalize on them.
Of
But
course, yeah, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, my penalties. Well, I'm not since I'm driving on a controller. My movements aren't the most precise. uh, so like yeah, I suffered a little bit. Um, but yeah, again, I was gaining a little bit on Montero. Like initially, when I got the damage after getting penalties, I was starting to get a bit concerned. But yeah, I just managed to keep a cool head and drive it, like make it to the finish without any more setbacks.
yeah, absolutely. And congrats on the win. It's only up from here, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, yeah. All right. Coming on to P2 in on the podium, I think we have Meerkat initiate and sorry Anish Montero. Yeah, Anish, talk us through your race. You got pole position, but on the start, I think, or maybe after lap one, it seems Dan just had the pace on you and overtook you in sector three, if I'm not wrong. So what happened? Like, talk us through your race. Hello.
Montero, you're not audible.
Montero, you there?
I think he's having some issues. Let's
Yep.
move on to P3.
All right. Yep. Yeah, we'll be getting back to you, Montero. Coming on to P3 on the podium, we have Meerkat initiate. Congrats on the podium. I think it's your first of the season. A very secure drive. You had some good battles you showed us between you and RB. So yeah, talk us through the race. Did you expect yourself to be on the podium after that qualifying or not?
Yeah, the quality was 1 second. Um, I think the quality was a bit of a disaster. Didn't do really well there. Got damaged in the lab, so I knew it wasn't representative. But yeah, the start as well was not very good. But from then on, it was extremely fun. Had some great battles with RB. Yeah, I think so far I got pole position the last two qualies, but couldn't couldn't get any good points from them. So quite happy in this race.
Yep, congratulations. And you gave us some good battles. Talk us through, like, yeah, I think RB did have the pace on you in Sector 2, but then I think you got him with a switchback, if I'm not wrong. So, like, talk us through that battle. Like, what were you thinking when you were battling him?
Yeah, RB was extremely close to me. I think we were quite well matched on on race pace, so I knew it's gonna be hard beating him. It was just back and forth really with the DRS, but it's very clean. But luckily he got I think he spun because of the dirty air. But yeah, from then on, yeah, it was easy sailing. But I think I thought I might catch Anish, but then yeah, I couldn't. In the end, he had too much pace.
Yep, certainly. Congrats on the podium. A great race from you. And yep, your qualifying is really strong, and you just need to sort out your races. And I'm pretty sure you'll be battling for the championship as well. Deepak, you got any questions for our podium finishes?
Nothing, man. Everything. I think you kind of cleared everything out, and yeah, really good performance from all the podium finishes today. Yeah,
Yep,
that was really nice.
very nice and clean race as well in Jeddah. Uh, and yep, I think that's it for tonight. This is year two, Jeddah. Sorry and apologies for the technical difficulties. We had quite a few tonight, but we all got them ironed out. And thank you for sticking with us, those who did. Uh, we are going live tomorrow as well at in the afternoon for tier three, and then again tier one boys are gonna duke it out at the same time, 8:30. So do check us out there. And this is IRC signing out. Good night.
Bye bye.